50 years ago, on August 28th, Martin Luther King delivered his famous speech at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington. A pastor and the figurehead of the civil rights movement in the U.S., King used the Bible and the U.S. Declaration of Independence to help shape those iconic words.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
The U.S. abolished slavery in 1865 after the Civil War, but the fact remained that in many states black people were still treated as second-class citizens. Founded in the same year slavery was abolished, the Ku Klux Klan created a climate of terror for black people, and there was racial segregation in the South.
Right here in Washington, there were no restaurants in this part of town where I could have gone or my parents could have gone to eat. None of the hotels in this part of town would have accepted African Americans as guests. None of the hospitals would have accepted African Americans as patients. There was a small section of black DC where there were banks and there were stores. And it's only in those stores could African Americans try on clothes.
Resistance to segregation was mainly organized by Baptist churches. Martin Luther King was the head of the congregation at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. A black lady being arrested in Montgomery for not giving up her seat on the bus for a white passenger led to a campaign by black people refusing to use the city's bus service. That lady was Rosa Parks, and Martin Luther King helped organize the 1965 Montgomery Bus Boycott. King encouraged non-violent protests such as sit-ins, marches and boycotts. He went to jail during 1963's campaign in Birmingham, Alabama, where desegregation was being strongly resisted by many white people.
In May of that year, in Birmingham, Alabama, there had been the children's campaign where elementary and high school students left class to go demonstrate in the streets. This is also the dawn of television, not only in the United States, but across the world. And the images that Americans saw, black, white, Latino, Asian, of how these children were attacked by fire hoses, adults were attacked by these police dogs, really seared the nation's conscience.
The famous speech, which became a high point for the civil rights movement, came during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. President John F. Kennedy, who had previously spoken in favor of civil rights, was assassinated 3 months later. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act the following year.
The time is here. Action must be now.
The U.S. federal government now had the power to end segregation in the southern states.
Martin Luther King Jr. was killed tonight in Memphis, Tennessee, shot in the face as he stood alone on the balcony of his hotel room.
President Johnson announced a national day of mourning on April 7th, 3 days after King was shot. A week of race riots in several U.S. cities after King's death was contrary to the non-violence he'd advocated while he was alive. But many black people felt there was still a long way to go, and still do.
So the struggle is an ongoing struggle. Many people are not able to register and to vote. We had elected a man of color as president of the United States of America. And some people today ask me whether the election of President Barack Obama is a fulfillment of Dr. King's dream. I said, no, it's just a down payment. We're not there yet. There's still too many people that have been left out and left behind.